everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you're wondering what this strange picture is up on the TV, you'll find out.
Okay.
Nancy, it's a man kissing a little pom-pom dog, and it's something that I ran across recently. So
The man has a beard
yeah,
and a baseball cap.
yeah, and he's kissing the little pom-pom on the side of her face. So anyway, announcements. Anybody?
Today is the full moon, you know. Be sure and watch
Full
it.
moon. It's a blue moon too.
It's going to be
It's
a
already
major
over.
shift, they say, astrologically for everybody. More upbeat and positive.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what that means.
What, astrologically, what, Joe?
Astrologically, they say it's going to be a real upbeat time frame with the
Well, bring it the
transition.
heck on.
It's the second moon in Aquarius, and it's looked at as being very positive.
All right.
The second moon in Aquarius.
The workshop, the mediumship workshop, is on October the 23rd. So we still have a couple of months before that's here. There's a sign-up sheet on the board out there if you'd like to attend. It's a really good workshop, so if you'd like to come sign up. Yes, Becky.
We're still making trips to the home street pantry for the homeless, and we would like for you, when you go to the grocery store or order your groceries to be delivered, if you would get, a box of cereal or some condensed milk or something like that, maybe some protein bars or something, that would be great. And Ina bought a bin that's behind the front door, and if you'll put it there, I will be the one to take it to the Home Street Church. I took it last time, so I still don't know where the pantry door is, but I do know where Home Street is. I do know where the Methodist Church is, so we'll get it there. And I don't know, for me, when I see homeless people, it's like I feel a personal responsibility to them. I think I made them that way, and it's one of the ways that I can feel a responsibility.
Becky, I feel the same way. They are really the least among us, and perhaps needed. By the way, there's a big boom going on at the dollar stores, all of them, according to the television this morning. There's an enormous increase in the purchases at the dollar stores. You might look there for some of the stuff to get for the homeless.
And I don't want to diminish that, but I do have another announcement. One of the main principles and support of a spiritual life is creativity. It shows that you are connected to something beyond yourself, and you can realize that when you bring into manifestation something. I really am wanting to see creative works done so that we can have a platform at the autumn equinox. And it doesn't have to be writing. It can be painting, it can be song, it can be anything that's creative. You know when it's creative. You're the one that makes that judgment.
Everybody get busy and work on their creativity. Our other announcement, everybody knows Mr. Will Hoffpower, Reverend Mr. Will Hoffpower, and he's here for a visit to Huntsville.
Hallelujah.
We're glad to see you today.
Same here, glad to see y'all.
Call forth and I dedicate this flame to the Father, to the Mother, and to the Son, I call forth and I dedicate this flame to the center of light here in Huntsville. To the center of light in Australia. I call forth and dedicate this flame to the diamond platinum ray as it is anchored here at the center of light for our use. I call forth and I dedicate this flame to Archangel Uriel, Archangel of Beauty, who guards and protects and supports the summer season. This flame I dedicate to an amazing life. This flame to following our bliss. And this one to our friends and family across the world. Thank you. I'd like to start today with some decrees. The first one is the preamble. This one gets us lined up and cleaned out and blessed as we give and issue our decrees this morning. Together, may all that is involved in human speech be cleansed, our tongues and throats be washed with light and blessed, our minds and hearts clear channels for the God's expression, and that which we decree shall manifest. May consciousness hold strong and full awareness. All inner turbulence be laid to rest. All personal desire be bowed in joyful service, and that which we decree shall manifest. May each accept his source within the heart of God, and know that all who live are God expressed, and know the power of the real shall have dominion, and that which we decree shall manifest. In love, in power, and in wisdom balanced, may all the work be done with truth its test, out-picturing the Master's plan through this clear channel, and that which we decree shall manifest. And the diamond platinum ray decree together. We call for the assistance of Saint Germain and Archangel Michael from the center of light and the light within. We call the diamond platinum ray to come in. I am the diamond ray. I am the ray of the awakened soul. I am the activation of the divine blueprint codes. I am the crystal divine light grid. I am the perfect human soul. I am the awakened dormant aspects of DNA. I am the divine alchemy of humanity. I am the ray of the awakened soul. I am the platinum ray. I am the quickening ray of ascension. I am the virtuous frequency of perfection. I am the silver light of intense purity. I am the light structure of the divine swords of Archangel Michael and Excalibur. I am the razor's edge of excellence. I am the twin ray of the golden crested ray. I am the quickening ray of ascension. I am the diamond platinum ray. I expand the love of Christ. Together. I bow to the Christ. I forgive all less than the Christ. I open the door of my heart and let the Christ come in. I expand the love of the Christ
the center of my heart.
Mighty Christ,
Fill my life with the magic of your joy.
mighty Christ, fill my life with the magic of your love. Mighty Christ, let your generosity and charity flow through me. Mighty Christ,
Have picture through me this day.
so be it. And in our songbooks, we're going to sing in the silence.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meaning place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
To dream the impossible dream.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable song, to bear the unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and trust from afar, to strive when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to be willing to give when there's no more to give, to be willing to die so that honor and justice may live. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one man scorned and covered with scars, still strong with his last ounce of courage, to reach the unreachable star.
How is everybody this morning?
Great.
Are you feeling good? Are you feeling like you're living your best life?
Working on it.
You working on it?
Working on it every day.
Your best life, your most amazing life. Have some questions for you that you can ask yourself. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? How am I doing it? Where am I going? These are really important questions to ask ourselves. But have you ever asked yourself these questions to yourself? Are there other questions you might ask yourself? Like what?
Why'd I do that?
What? Why did I do that?
What was I thinking?
Well, yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
going
what was
there.
I thinking?
What was I
make that
thinking?
decision?
And did I had enough sleep, or did I just need to go back to bed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Will I ever learn not to do that again?
There you go. That's the best one of all. When will this pass? Yeah.
That's a good one.
Been there, done that. Don't want to do it again.
Right.
Wish I had not said that.
Oh yeah, take your tongue out and just right.
What am I learning today?
What is Spirit teaching me today? Really? I didn't raise my hand for it, so leave me alone.
You're alive.
Yeah. Have you ever asked another person, how can I do what you do? Yeah.
Many times.
Yeah.
Because I admire different people and they have different
Talents.
yes, abilities, talents, skills, and I wonder, okay, what do I have to do to get that? Not master it, but at least come sort of close
How
to
can I
it.
do what you do?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we look at that or we ask that question and it's like, we can't really do what you do.
We're not you.
I have to do what I do. Because I do what I do best and you do what you do best.
I think one of the most amazing things I just recently heard, and maybe others did too, a little boy, 2 years old, in California, an IQ of 146,
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yep.
What his life is going to be like.
Yeah.
Well, Einstein's come back. Einstein has come back.
Oh, first met that person young.
We live in an environment that requires us to make choices every day and keep our goals, either material, spiritual, or even both, in mind. Does what you are doing help you to accomplish your goal or your purpose? It's always a question you can ask yourself when you're making decisions or doing something. Does this support my purpose? Does this support my goal?
What's going to be your end result?
Yeah, what's going to be your end result? What is this really the right thing for me to do right now? And if it supports your goal, then yeah, do it. If it doesn't, you might decide to do it anyway. Who knows? But maybe you shouldn't. This picture up here, this man's name is Lee Asher. And I found him on Facebook videos. And I've been following him. And I just love this guy. I could listen and watch his videos all day, every day. He has got a thing called the Asher House. And he has about 20 dogs. And he has a couple of piglets. And he's got a couple of llamas. And he is the most excitable and enthusiastic person I've ever seen. And he just makes me smile when I watch his videos. And this little dog, I just fell in love with this little dog. He calls her Pom Pom, but he renamed her Mickey because he said she kind of looks like Mickey Mouse because of her ears. But she's 16 years old. 16 years old. She has no teeth. And she came to him with another dog that's called Kai. And they got him he gets them at a dog rescue place that he works with. This dog was surrendered by an owner who his wife had left him, and he had several dogs. And he just could not afford the vet bills anymore. And a 16-year-old dog usually has high vet bills.
Geriatric dog.
Yeah, we know. Our dog is almost 12, and we just paid $839 on teeth removal.
Yeah, she's golden.
Huh? Huh?
She's a golden dog.
Yeah. And, but he gets so excited. He brought her in because he had another dog, a large pit bull that he's had for many, many years. And her name was Stella. And she was getting very, very sick. And he thought that Pom Pom would help lift her spirits. So he brought her in. And she's just amazing to watch her. She looks like she's riddled with arthritis, but she jumps around and does her thing, and she walks with all the other dogs, and she's just as sweet as she can be. And he kisses all of his dogs like this. And Stella, he lost Stella, and he was just kissing on her like crazy. And whenever he gets excited, seeing his dogs are going to pick up dogs, his voice raises really high. Oh, that is so sweet. I'm so excited, you know. And if you just need to watch the video. I mean, he's just a really sweet-hearted man. And he's got this sanctuary for his dogs, and he's got another sanctuary that he's building now in 80 acres where people can come and visit more often to see what goes on in his with his people.
Where does he live?
He lives in Oregon.
Oh.
Yeah, he lives in Oregon. But he's got a Facebook page, so you can go to his Facebook page and I went there and I saw this one video that he was asked a question by somebody. How can I do what you do? And so he started talking to this person and his audience, and I swear he could be standing right here talking with us. And so I thought, that's a perfect message, you know, for us here at the Center of Light on how to live an amazing life. And he had several questions or several steps that he brought forward, and I wanted to share those with you today. First of all, he was asked, how can I do what you do? And he says, follow your purpose. Figure out what your purpose is. Of course, first you have to know what your purpose is, and then follow it. And one of the most important things, and he mentioned this several times in his talk, was to listen. Listen. Become a conscious person. And these are his exact words. Become a conscious person. Be open-minded. Again, listen. Be sensitive. Show compassion. Show empathy. And be aware. And he says there's a difference between being aware and being conscious. I thought that was interesting. The less you judge, the better you'll be able to pay attention and listen. There's that listen again. Do what makes you happy over and over and over again. Do what makes you happy over and over and over again. Never stop doing the things that make you happy. This is a big one. And add value to the universe. How can I add value to the universe? And he says, such a strong question to ask yourself. He says, we always get caught up in our relationships and our egos. How can we live a beautiful, authentic life while adding as much value to the universe as possible? Being yourself, being authentic, being who you are. You got to know who you are. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to be like your neighbor or your parents or your sister or your brother or whatever. Be who you are. Be your authentic self. This, to me, is how you find your purpose. This is what he says. You have to be conscious more than just aware. You have to live a conscious life. And to me, being aware is being aware horizontally. Being conscious is being aware vertically. Being conscious, being connected to your soul. And then you can find your path. The universe starts putting up these beautiful signs everywhere. Instead of just thinking it's a coincidence, take it as a message. I've done a service before on getting the message and listening and being aware of what signs, billboard signs might tell you, or something on the radio or the TV comes on, and if you're going through a specific thing or have questions about something, the universe will give you answers by putting up these signs. So be aware. You start hearing a certain dialogue in your voice. That's almost not your voice, but a guide that's advising you what to do or telling you what to do. How many of you have heard that? Yeah. Sometimes it's so strong, and if you don't listen, it even hurts. When I'm in a group of people and I have something to say, or the conversation is going on, and all of a sudden there's something that comes up inside of me that I need to say, or I think I need to say. And if I don't say it, it continues to build. And my heart will start pounding, I'll get butterflies in my stomach, and it's like I've got to say something or I'm going to, this is going to back up in my body. So that's that hurt I think he's talking about. Or your heart will hurt if you don't follow that message. Have you ever grabbed something that you knew you shouldn't? Or wasn't good for you? Or have you ever seen something that it just gave off an energy you didn't like? It takes a long time to get to that place where you can tap into that and notice that, oh yeah, that's not good for me. I don't want that. How many of you have felt that? That you see something, you come in contact with something, you grab it, and your energy gets pulled down? That's the way I feel it. My energy gets pulled down instead of being raised. It gets pulled down to the solar plexus and to the lower chakras instead of being raised up to the heart. He says, you don't do what I do the way that I do it. You are doing something even I couldn't do. You're doing something the way that you're supposed to do it. Your authentic life. Your path. What guided you to get there? That's where it's great. That's where it's great. That's where you're happy because you are doing this, and this is your reward. You're happy because you listened. There are no mistakes. And that's how his little video ended. There are no mistakes. What I'd like to do is have you turn in your decree book. We're going to do the affirmations for raising consciousness. And I'd like for us to go around the room and each person, starting with Yamale and then back to Peggy and around and then to Alan and back that way. And just each person read a statement and we'll just keep going around till we're done.
I am one with the intelligence and goodness of spirit, and I realize the true abundance intended for me.
In each moment, I am free to choose.
My attitude completely shifts my reality.
I am totally responsible for everything that happens in my life.
My past is left behind and my life is the energy I generate in each of my present moments.
Reflecting on the path of my path provides a treasure chest to learn from and to do better than.
I know there is a valid reason for everything that happens.
I am always free to let go and observe my life.
I have no regrets about the past nor anxieties about the future.
As I listen, the more profound the silence becomes.
I connect my mind with the divine mind where there is peace in every moment.
My high self is always present, and it elevates me to the real world beyond my senses.
I connect my mind with the divine mind where there is peace in every moment.
Self-love is the gateway to all love.
As I listen, the more profound the silence becomes.
Self-love is the gateway to all love.
I am strengthened as I make truth my personal reality.
At the very essence of my being, the way of transforming my life is through love.
I see the good that lies beyond appearances, so I release my judgments to know what is real.
I am whole, I am complete.
I am spirituality awake.
I live this day from my purest intentions for the highest good of all.
Let's all do this last one together.
I
radiate my sacred self outward to reflect the good of all as a radiant star of life.
That just reiterates exactly what he was saying. It'd be nice if I could get him to come here to give us a talk.
You could bring a couple of dogs.
Pardon?
You could bring a couple of
You can bring,
dogs.
yeah. Living in the now and at least having a direction based on who you are and where you are right now will help in building your future. Building that life, that amazing life that we all look forward to or desire. Our future only exists based on the steps we take now. We know that. We can change our future by changing what we do now. Some people say that they're stuck and can't get out. It's a fast-paced world, and sometimes it seems as if life is just flashing by, and we feel like we are leaves being blown around in the wind. We make choices, either consciously or subconsciously, based on our environment and the people around us. How about making choices based on our own individual purpose, and then how we can fulfill that purpose within this environment and among the people we are with? There are many times I hear that voice inside, or I feel a feeling that is either telling me to do something or not to do something. I don't always follow that little voice. I had an experience a few weeks ago, Becky mentioned it in her service, that it was after a priesthood meeting, and everybody was gone but me and Yamale. And I was looking outside and I saw a couple of tomatoes on the plant out there in the garden, and I said, I'd like to go pick those tomatoes. So I very gingerly, I had my cane with me, and I gingerly and watched every step. And as I was going out there, this voice inside my head kept saying, this is probably not a good thing to do. This is probably not a good thing to do. This is probably not a good thing to do. Well, I wanted those tomatoes. So I went on out there, and I stood at the edge of the garden. There's the bricks there, and my feet right up against it. I started to reach over, and it was a little bit too far for me, so I stepped forward and hit my foot on the brick, and down I went, right into the tomato plant. Tomato plant, thankfully, broke my fall. I did fall on my hip, and I was sore for a few days. But luckily, I didn't do any major damage to my new hip. But Young Lady thought I was meditating out in the garden when she saw me out there. I was able to get myself upright, sitting, and when she came out the door, she saw me. I was waving my hands, and she thought I was meditating amongst the flowers and the plants. But she helped me get out. We're like a couple of Keystone Cops trying to do that. But got up, she got me to the car and told me to stay. Yes, Becky. Becky.
Yeah, Leroy told me that he pushed you over.
He pushed me over?
Yes.
Oh, that little grim one.
Yeah, he said that you understood a lot more after you went down.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
I did
That she wasn't
understand a lot.
supposed to.
I understood to listen to my voice and heed it.
One of the things that can happen when you listen, everybody has an idea of what's going to come next. I mean, service is going to end, we're going to leave, and we're going to go home. But if you listen sometimes, you'll have a surprise. And like in a dream, it's the same thing. You know, in a dream, you'll be dreaming about something that you know all about, and all of a sudden it turns into something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it is in this dimension also.
I know that at the times that I have listened and we have heeded those messages and did what it said. For instance, when we moved back to Huntsville from Kansas, we'd been out there for 9.5 years, and the situation came about, we were kind of stuck, in a muck out there, and something said, well, you just need to go home. You just need to move back to Huntsville. I kind of fought with that for a while, but then once I made that decision, everything started falling into place. And, that's the way it works. If you're on the fence about something and you're back and forth, you can stay there forever and you never get anything done. But once you make the decision, then the universe backs up behind you and says, okay, here's the energy for you to do it. And so we came home, and it was one of the best decisions we ever made. We always have choices in situations. And I hear a lot of people say, I had no other choice but to do blah, blah, blah. Well, do you really believe that? I don't. I'm not sure I believe that. We always have a choice. If you make choices based on your purpose, then this is the direction you take. You always have the choice to change your mind or do something else. Have you chosen to follow the razor's edge path? I think I did. I made that choice a long time ago. Hasn't been easy, but because I did make that choice, it has felt a lot more fulfilling, a lot more, sometimes it's blissful and sometimes it's not. But overall, I feel it's the right thing. It's always the right thing for me.
Donell,
Yes, ma'am.
I think, you know how the GPSs used to, if you overrode them and went where they didn't say that,
Yeah.
rerouting.
Yeah,
And we have to get that message sometimes.
that's
too.
right. That's right. Yeah, rerouting. So I'd like for us to issue the affirmation of the disciple together. I am a point of light within a greater light. I am a strand of loving energy energy within the stream of love divine. I am a point of sacrificial fire, focused within the fiery will of God, and thus I stand. I am a way by which men may achieve. I am a source of strength enabling them to stand. I am a beam of light shining upon their way, and thus I stand. And standing thus revolve, and tread this way the ways of men, and know the ways of God, and thus I stand. So for our communion today, it would be nice when we can get back to our regular communion, but we're being very creative in our communions here at the center. I'd like for you to relax and close your eyes and think about the questions that were asked earlier. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? How am I doing it? Where am I going? And how do I add value to the universe? Especially that question. How am I adding value to the universe? And in order for us to do that, we need to hear that one clear voice within ourselves. Whole world is talking, drowning out my voice. How can I hear myself with all this noise? But all this confusion just disappears when I find a quiet place where I can hear. I hear one clear voice calling out for me to listen. One clear voice whispers words of wisdom. I close my eyes till I find what I've been missing. And if I'm very still, I will hear one clear voice. I'm always searching for which path to take. Sometimes I'm so afraid to make mistakes. From somewhere inside me, stronger than my fears, just like the sound of music to my ears, I hear one clear voice calling out for me to listen. One clear voice whispers words of wisdom. I close my eyes till I find what I've been missing. And if I'm very still, I will hear one clear voice. And the only place you'll hear that is when you're still, quiet, aligned, ask a question, and you'll hear an answer. May not like the answer, but then again, you may love the answer.
You may have to go without a tomato.
No.
At this time, if you would take your offering, bless it, charge it with whatever it is that you need in your life at this moment. And we will pass the basket.
Will we say the affirmation?
Yes.
The light of Christ flows through us as we give and receive God's blessings of prosperity and abundance.
May they be returned to you thousandfold. With love and gratitude, I return these flames to their source. And may they remain lit in your heart and soul. Until we meet again. I'd like to thank you for coming today. I hope you enjoyed a little lesson from Lee Asher. And take it and ask those questions to yourself and see where you are. See what value you can add to the universe in this life. Everything that you do should add value to the universe. And listen to him. He's on YouTube. You can find him on YouTube, and you can find him on Facebook, The Asher House. He's a great guy.
Asher House for YouTube also?
Yes, The Asher House, yeah. So, go off and have a wonderful week until we meet again.